Okay, how's everyone doing today? Thanks for coming in to see my video. Today I'm making a video on I'm doing a contemporary style vanity. That's what we're gonna be doing today. I'm making it out of soft maple. Here you see I'm starting off with the legs. It's gonna be four square legs, 3-inch thick. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna make it with a poplar core. So that's, as you can see here, I'm doing these planks. I'm cutting a 45-degree angle on each side because I'm gonna wrap these around a poplar wood core. As you can see here, I did 45-degree on both sides, and you will be able to see right now how I use a square poplar, and I'm gonna wrap this up around with soft maple. And I'm only doing them this way because you see it's gonna be they're gonna be 3-inch square, and I don't want them to be too heavy. I don't want the vanity to be too heavy. That's the only reason why I'm doing it this way. As you can see right here, I'm putting on the other side. Clamp it together. Then once it's dry, I will be wrapping up the other two ends. Like I said, I only do this because I don't want the legs to be so heavy, so the vanity won't be so heavy either. You know, it's really unnecessary. You can see here I'm gonna preparing the glue for the other sides. And there you go. That's one end. Turn it on the other side, and we put the other end. And there you have the other side. Now this probably takes a little bit of a longer process to do this. I don't mind, by the way, since like I said, I just don't want the vanity to be too heavy. Once I set it up for drying, clamp it up, let it dry for a couple hours. Of course, it's 4 legs, so I'm just showing one here. Now here you'll be we're putting I'm squaring them off on the table saw. Squaring it all with all 4 sides. Make sure they're square, and you can see the core. You see the core is poplar. And after squaring them off, you'll be able to see how they come out pretty clean. You can see here are the 4 legs. And like I said, it just saves you a little bit more of because of the weight. And you know, poplar is a little bit easier to work with than soft maple. Right here I'm gonna be making the groove, the 1/4-inch groove for the tenon for the side panel. I do it all on the 4 legs. You can see there. Right here I'm going to be making the panels. I'm doing them out of a 1/2-inch plywood of birch plywood. I cut the two of them, and then I'll be routing out the ends to make the tenon, and this will be so they can fall in place for on the legs. I love using this Porter cable router, by the way. I've been using it for so many years. I believe they're discontinued by now, but I made sure I gathered quite a few of these routers. They're amazing. They're very strong, and they're not, they last a long time, by the way. As you can see here, I already made the tenon on both sides, and that's because well, it's gonna be holding into the legs, the groove that I made on the legs. As you can see here, I put an extra support to screw it in place. I'm not using on the way I'm doing this vanities. I'm not using glue here because I like to leave it this way just in case. Sometimes I have customers that they order something but then they want to change it. They either want to change the legs or they want to change the finish. So I'm making it in a way that if they want to change the style of the legs along a couple years later, I can just take it apart and change legs. It just makes it easier to do any alterations along the way. If the client after a few years gets tired of the same look, they want to change the look on it, I could change the legs easier. Now we screw on both sides, and then we will have our two sides of the vanity ready, and then I'm gonna start working on the front face frame and the back frame also. I'm doing two frames for the back and the front. Here you can see that's one side panel, and we need to make the other one, and then we will have both of them. You can see the tenon there with the groove. Right here I'm gonna start working on, I believe I'm working on the back panel, the back frame actually. Yeah, there you go. I make the back panel. This is gonna be the same, of course, the same side of the front face panel, but I'm doing it this way. I'm doing a frame, and then I will be putting in a 1/4-inch ply in the middle for extra support. I use a lot. If you see my videos, I use a lot of the I use a lot of the I started using a lot of the Craig the pocket holes. It's just it's a lot faster construction that way, and it's actually very strong. Before, I used to do a lot of dowels. I used to use my boring machine and make, I would assemble all my frames with dowels. But I started using the pocket hole system, and you know what? They work very great too. It's very strong. Right here, I'm routing out the groove for the panels that are going to go in place. Now, when I put on the pocket holes, I didn't use any glue, so that I take it apart and put the panels inside. And I'm using a 1/4-inch curve router blade And you can see here, that's the 1/4 inch panels that are going in place. And then I'll just put, right now I am putting glue and do the assembly that way, and we're ready. We're finished. That'll be a complete back panel. There you go. And that's the back side of the vanity. It's for extra support, makes it a lot stronger. And here I'm assembling the front frame. Now I believe this one's gonna have 2 drawers in the middle and 4 doors, 2 on each side, because I believe it's gonna be a his and hers vanity. As you can see, it's pretty easy construction. You just gotta have your measurements right, and you know, all the cuts, perfect cuts, not 1/16 extra or anything, so it won't screw up your work along the way. Here you see I use support. I like using these supports that have the measurement of the opening that I want. It allows me to be able to put the dividers in perfect place. Of course, I use glue and then I screw it in place. It's a lot faster construction this way. I mean, like I said, I used to use a lot of dowels, you know, with the boring machine, doing boring holes and then putting dowels in there. But you know, it does take a lot longer to do it that way. I mean, it's good, right? But it just takes a lot longer. This way I do it with screws and glue, it just makes a faster construction. Right here, I'm putting the other divider where it divides the drawer with the one drawer with a door. I love using these countersinks. I buy nothing but a manual tool countersinks. They work very well. It's amazing. I love these countersinks. Very sharp, very smooth, boring, very smooth countersink holes it makes. Right here, I'll be using the same my Craig pocket hole machine. This little machine, I mean, it's amazing. It's not very expensive, by the way. Right now, it's running about $450-$500, but you know what? It pays off. These pocket holes, they're really great. They're very strong, especially if you use the right screws. Very strong. And it makes just a faster construction. Now, in my shop, I'm a one-person shop. I do everything by myself. So the faster I can do something, the better. Here is the back panel. I already put the pocket holes where I'm gonna put it in place to start building the actual vanity all together. Make sure it's right in place, exact. I'm using a 1/4 inch MDF piece to give me the exact depth. And there you go. That's the back panel on place. Then I'll be doing the same thing using the putting on the front face frame, and here you go. Clamp it in place, put some screws in there, and we have practically we have the whole vanity, the whole skeleton, you can say, built up. This is another countersink I have. Very smooth, very easy. Once it's there in place, then we have the complete piece. This is how it looks, the complete frame. And this one has, I believe, 2 doors in the middle and drawers on the end. I'm actually making 2 vanities at the same time. I'm showing you one here only. Right here I'm putting on the rails, you could say rails for the undermount drawer slides. These are the supports. This is where I'm putting these in place so I can this is where I'm gonna screw on the drawer slides. There you go. That's one side. Do the same thing for the bottom drawer, and do it on both sides, and we're good. I'm putting on the center wall, since I believe this is gonna have a door in the middle. And there you go. You can see here I already put the deck on both sides. Oh, this is the other vanity, by the way, so you won't get it mixed up. That one has 4 doors, I believe, and 2 drawers in the middle. I'm putting the drawers lights in the middle here. I'm like I said, I'm doing 2 at the same time. One has 4 doors, and the other one has 4 doors and 2 drawers in the middle, and the other one has, I believe, 4 drawers and 2 doors in the middle. And you can see here, this is with the drawer slides already in place. Well, I'm missing one there, but yeah, you get the point how I put them on. And here I'm making the drawer box. I mean, you can, it's always, of course, it's better to have dovetail drawer, but I don't do that. I do that very rarely now, since I gotta have a faster construction. These I'm doing them out of birch plywood. I just do it out of birch plywood now, 1/2 inch, double-sided with UV, and I just nail it in place. I make the groove for the bottom for the bottom panel of the drawer. I glue it in place. I leave the back part with an opening so I can slide in the bottom. This is a faster construction, and but it looks really nice too. I mean, I could do the dovetail, but this is just a little bit cheaper. I mean, you also have to accommodate with what your clients are paying you for too. I mean, this is a more cheaper way to do it. I mean, of course, it doesn't compare with dovetails, but you know what? This looks nice too. And here is the box for the drawers. You can see in the bottom, I left the opening to slide in the bottom part of the drawer. As you can see there, I will be sliding in a 1/4 inch ply, and that's the deck of the drawer box. After put, screwing it in place, I put some screws there only, and we have a complete drawer. And here you go. You see, it looks nice, fits perfectly, and with the undermount drawers and soft close, and it looks nice. That's what's going on right now. Here I am. I had already made the doors. It was just a 5-piece door system. Doing the boring for the hinges. Like I said, sometimes you have to really. There's always better ways to make it, but I mean, you have to accommodate on the time you have and the money you're charging for these products. And we have the holes. Put on the hinges in place. I believe I'm using here 1/2-inch overlay. I love using the hinge centering bit. It just makes it very simple to put your hinges, to put your drawer slides in the perfect spot. And here it is, the door. We put it in place now on the cabinet. Well, actually, on the vanity, I'm sorry. Screw it in place. And we have the 2 doors. Using like I said, the hinge centering bit just makes it a lot easier, and that's how the door looks. Soft closed also. And right here I'll be putting in the drawer front, the face front. Of course, right now I'm just showing it to you how it looks. I do put screws through the inside of the box going towards the front of the drawer face frame. Through the inside, so you won't see the screws, of course. And here you go. Now pretty much the whole vanity is complete. And it also, there you go, you see, very simple. Now it's gonna have a shelf, but the shelf is gonna be sitting on the toe kick of the vanity. So this is where I'm doing this is a frame for the toe kick, and it's gonna have a shelf on top, and it's gonna be sitting in the floor, but the shelf's gonna be a little bit higher, which is I leave like 4-inch toe kick. The height of the toe kick is 4-inch. And very simple. I just screw it in place. I use this for supports. I'm making the toe kick frame out of just 1/2-inch plywood. Now you can see I put extra support. Then I put the corner supports. I make these out of scrap too. Very easy. Nail them in place for extra support. And pretty much you'll see right now how the vanity looks. I did a little video. I did a quick video of the stain that I put on it, and you'll be able to see right now the complete vanity. And there you go. That's the frame of the toe kick. Then it goes, like I said, I put a shelf. This right now it's upside down. The shelf goes, of course, on the bottom. And that's it. Pretty much it. That's how the vanity looks. I hope you enjoy my videos. I'm trying to get better at these videos. I do this by myself. I'm trying to get some better quality videos, more footage, more clear. I mean, I need more support. I have more people to subscribe to my channel. Now you'll see right here the finished product. Like I said, thank you for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.